Welcome to Las Vegas, and for Formula One, it's welcome back to Las Vegas. No longer do we race in the Caesars Palace car park. Tonight, the time is right to go racing in the street. 17 corners, 3 straights, 2 DRS zones, and the glitz and glamour of Las Vegas as we race around the 3.8 miles of Sin City. The strip has been taken over to become a straight tonight, commanding top speeds of around 212 miles an hour. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. The rookie lines up on pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Norris, Verstappen, Russell, Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Oscar Piastri, Ocon, Tsunoda, Gasly, Stroll, Sainz, Hülkenberg, Bottas, Ricciardo, Joe, Sargent, Albon, and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. And alongside me in the commentary box, my old friend, Anthony Davidson. I don't know about you, Ant, but it seems like only a couple of weeks ago we were talking ahead of the first race. Here we are, ahead of the last race. This year has just flown by.
Yeah, a lot of races to cover these days in Formula One, Crofty, as you well know, doing them all yourself. But it's the same for the drivers. It comes at you thick and fast, and you've got to pace yourself as well to get to this point in the season. If it has gone your way, it's a great time to just enjoy it. There's nothing that can change in the championship pecking order, of course. If you've won the championship already, go out and enjoy this race and send yourself off through the winter break. If it's been a bit of a year to forget, you can try and take a bit of solace in this Grand Prix, end on a high, and carry that energy into next season.
Here we go then, the formation lap gets underway and the excitement here is building as we near ever closer to the start of the race. Which team will come out on top? Who's got their strategies right for today's race? Well, we'll soon find out. We're almost ready to start the race as the cars take their positions on the grid, with the drivers and teams making their final preparations.
As things stand, we're going to be leading the championship. DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 5.0 seconds. Okay, we're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can. remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach and make sure you don't speed.
And away we go. No problems, very smooth. Red Bull, no doubt, very happy with that stop.
Up to speed now, let's get some heat into those tyres. Watch out for understeer in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as quickly as you can. Push, push. Max is coming in for his stop. Max is in the pits. Max in the pits. Russell is in the pits. pack, that's P1. Leclerc is behind you. They're on old mediums. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. Copy that. Gap to your teammate behind, 19.0 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're in 4th. Time last lap, 1 minute 36.6. Okay mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap. It's unbelievable! It is unbelievable! We've done it! We've done it! There were times this season where I didn't think that would happen, but mate, you have pulled it out the bag, and you are the world champion!
And with that, another year of Formula One draws to a close, and a new World Drivers' Champion is declared. Another entry added to that prestigious list of the sport's most incredible drivers. Victory today then, but bittersweet emotions, I'm sure, as the championship slips through their fingers. Even so, what a fantastic final race of the season this was.
And it's always good, Crofty, to get that momentum on your side, and it's really good for your confidence as well. The more confident you are, the further that can take you.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everybody at the team. So let's celebrate the end of the season, but I know a lot of you will be very sad out there thinking, what are you going to do without Formula One? Don't worry, folks, it'll be back before you know it. We'll see you next year.